Hello, welcome back to my Divine Visions. Today, I'm very excited to share some insight that I've been exploring on the topics of male and female sexual energy. Osho often explain that if a relationship is centered only on sex, then love cannot truly grow. Sex may give temporary pleasure, but without awareness and deep, it becomes mechanical, repetitive, and eventually shallow. He said, sex is biological, it satisfies the body, but doesn't nourish the soul. Love, on the other hand, is existential. It rises when two people meet in openness, trust, and vulnerability. If sex is the focus, it reduces the other person to an object. We may think she's beautiful physically. We will be attracted by the appearance. True love cannot grow in that soil because love requires seeing the other as a soul, not a body. From Osho perspective, love grows when sex is transcendent, when it's become not a goal, but a doorway into deeper intimacy, meditations and present. Only then one can physically unions and transforms into spiritual communions. In short, Osho was not condemning sex, but warning that if it is the center of the relationships, love will wither, which means love become dry. If love is the center, then sex becomes sacred, and it's helped love to blossom. Then we're transforming our energy, male and female bodies. Even if you touch a female's, then you can feel it, some kind of energy transmissions. So Osho often taught that intimacy is not just about the body, but about dissolving the ego and experiencing union with another. Without intimacy, male and female never truly know the taste of transcendence and the merging that allow them to overcome loneliness and separation. Today, this absence of intimacy is growing deeper. Many women increasingly drawn into Instagrams and social medias are channeling their energy into personal satisfactions and self-image rather than share connections. Just as men may discharge energy through its compulsive release, women too often redirect it into visual validations, leaving both sexes like unfulfilled and disconnected from intimacy higher purpose. Today, many couples are married in young ages and catch in the harsh reality of survival. Financial stress, unstable work, insecurity drained their strength. When life feels unsafe, the root chakra is blocked and energy is trapped in survival mood. In this state, intimacy becomes hollow and absent, not because love has disappeared, but because the body and minds cannot relax into trust and vulnerabilities. Passions cannot grow in the soils of fear. So for singles, the same root chakra imbalance often expresses itself differently. Instead of intimacy, sexual energy is discharged compulsively through self-release. Modern culture normalizes this cycle of instant gratifications, but it leaves behind emptiness, shames, and fatigue. Instead of rising upward into creativity and purpose, this energy leaks away, keep people stuck and destructions rather than growth. Yet, sexual energy is not the enemy. It's a powerful life force, a creative current that can heal, inspire, and build. When grounded through practices like meditations, breathwork, walkings barefoot, gratitude journalings, or eating nourishing foods, this energy transforms. It fuels arts, love, ambitions, and even spiritual awakening. So young people much ask themselves, am I using my energy to escape life or to create it? Do my daily action align with the future I want? Is my intimacy based on connections or just for survivals and release? What would happen if I learned to master my urges instead of being mastered by them? True freedom comes when survival fears no longer control us. When the root chakra is in balance, the sacral chakra can not flourish, and sexual energy becomes destructive instead of a source of strength. So these shifts, it's not just personal, so it's a revolutions of consciousness, and that can heal individual relationships and entire societies. Every man, woman, you know, regardless of genders, like carrying both masculine's energy, like strength, direction, logic, actions, and feminist energies, empathy, creativity, receptivity, intuition, in both man and woman. So when these two are balanced, we make better choices, build healthy relationships, and make more fulfilled. When they're imbalanced, either too much control or too much passivity, we experience suffering or inner unease. So try to understand, like in man or women's two energies like exist, masculine energies. When as a woman's, if they have more masculine energies, they are really on goal focus, structures, disciplines, protects and provide, or maybe take initiative. Some man who has feminism energy, like nurturing, empathetic, creative, or intuitive, even flexible and adaptive, receive and collaborates. They never argue, they just calm, peaceful, and they just try to, cooperate. Neither is good or bad. Imbalance is the problem. So that's why we all carry both warriors' strength and nature's empathy. So when they balance, we become whole. That's true energy. So if I ask a question, which come more naturally to you, like taking charge or caring for others? Taking charge is masculine energy, caring for others feminine. So if you're always taking charge, try slowing down and actively listening before making decisions. If you are always caring for others, set boundaries so you don't neglect your own needs. Let's say, examples, I am better at taking charge, but I realize I sometimes push my idea without hearing others. And I could start asking for inputs or maybe more idea, more suggestions before finalizing my plans. Masculine energy is about doing. Feminine energy is about being, feeling, Both are essential for life's dance. So, may I ask you a question like, when have you felt too rigid or too passive? Let's say too rigid means should use and structured times for creativities or rest. Too passive is like set one small daily actions towards your goals. For example, I get rejects fixed during group projects. I could allow the brainstorming day before locking in the plan. So have you ever wondered why some people think one gender is stronger than the other? Well, it's all about embracing the power of both feminine and masculine energy. Now, I'm not saying that one gender is better than the other. In fact, they are both amazing in their own way. But sometimes we get stuck in old idea and stereotypes that don't really fit the whole we live in. So let's take a look at some of the stereotypes about masculines and feminines that we all heard. Do they feel true to you? Stereotype means the idea of a particular type of a person's, like it's fixed, that you have observed. Write it down. Cross out those that feeling limiting. Replace them with empowering definitions. For example, it's like feminine's energy, deeply intuitive leader. Remember that you are not defined by your gender. You are defined by your own unique strengths and abilities. So embrace your femininity and masculinity. Let's say, I used to think being emotional meant being weak. Now I see that understanding, emotions actually help me lead better. Emotion is energy. When you close your eyes and think something which you really want, you are giving energy into to reflect on your realities. So emotion is literally energy. Let's say you have millions of pounds in your account and still you are unbalanced and your emotion is distraught. You will not feel that you are being rich. You might be feeling you are not a good person, or there's something lacking inside you. So that curiosity, sometimes ask yourself like, do you tend to make decisions based on logic or intuitions, or maybe a bit of both? Take a moment to sit quietly and pay attention to your gut feeling, like which come up automatically in your heart, and you feel it. You want to do it. Nobody can change it, and that's your intuition speaking. When both your logic and intuitions are pointing in the same directions, let's say your brain say this and your It's a logic and then intuition in your heart, because well, they are match. And when you can explain your intuition in a logical way, go ahead and make decisions. Let me give you examples. I usually leans towards logics, but I have learned that ignoring my gut feelings about anything that can lead to regrets. So now I try to check both before making decisions. So let us make sure to check both sides before making decisions. It's all about balancing our yin and yang, like um, sacral chakra energy, to stay focused on path. Stay tuned to my channels. You will find even more sources that I've been studying for decades. Awaken the oceans of infinities. Stay blessed. Thank you.